Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode. We are finishing off the lovely MacBook Pro reviews. I will link up here my comparison between this and the standard MacBook 2017 lineup. But I guess you've made up your mind now. You want to grab a MacBook. You now have two options, 13-inch versus 15 inches. They're both a lot of money. So let's do a comparison and see which one, I guess, is worth your hard-earned dollars. So I'll start off the bat by saying if you're interested in grabbing a MacBook Pro, you've already decided that, I would really recommend getting a touch bar variant. And I know you can grab the base end models without the touch bar, and even for the 13-inch that only has two USB-C ports, I would stay away from that, as probably by next year, maybe even the year after, I could see Apple phasing out touch barless MacBook Pros. So grab the touch bars. And not because they're anything groundbreaking, I just kind of want to future-proof your purchase, as I'm assuming you're going to hold on to these for the next 4 to 5 years before you upgrade next. So the models that I have here are fully spec'd out. We'll look at the 13-inch first. Fully upgraded, this has got a dual-core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, the latest 7th gen Kaby Lake processor. It will run you $2,900. One of the biggest differences, this has an integrated graphics card, the Intel Iris Plus Graphics 650. Is that a deal breaker? I honestly wish, and I thought from some of the rumors we would have seen a 13-inch MacBook Pro with a dedicated video card. I think that would be the ideal purchase for a Pro model. Small, compact, powerful. Don't get me wrong, you can still edit all sorts of video. Even 4K, I have seen it though lag a hint, especially when I've got it hooked up to two dual screen monitors behind me. But to fully utilize this machine and have it fly through and cut through 4K footage, you do need the dedicated graphics card that you can find on the 15-inch model. For most of you though that are still recording in 1080p, haven't made that upgrade, this is perfectly fine, tons of power, and to I would say 90% of you out there, the 13-inch is plenty. Other than that, form factor wise, we are seeing the same ports from the 2016 models. We've got 4 USB-C ports, the standard headphone jack, and the exact same build, pretty much identical. All of the changes are internal, and maybe the only aesthetic thing that you'll see is the keyboard has a slight update, still awesome sounding speakers, probably the best in class, and a lovely Force Touch trackpad that is nice and large. And if you're a fan of that trackpad, you will certainly love what is over on the 15-inch model. And this is where it gets a bit tough. And I would say if you're looking at the MacBook Pro lineup, having either the 13 or 15-inch, deciding just based on size, I think both fit comfortably into my backpack. And only if you're downgrading to the MacBook, that's where things get noticeably lighter. And for that size difference, we've actually got my work bag here. We'll take out my X1 Carbon, my work laptop. And 13-inch fits without any problems. We've got tons of room to spare. And the 15-inch still fits without any problems, still a bit of wiggle room, which proves most backpacks should be able to handle both. You don't really need to worry about that big size difference. Obviously, you've got 2 inches extra screen real estate over here, always nicer, but we've got the smaller form factor for travel and portability over on this end, so that's once again a sacrifice / trade-off you will have to decide on your own. So the 15-inch. In 2017, we've seen some upgrades not as significant as we initially thought. A lot of rumors were saying that these could max out at 32 gigs of RAM because the Kaby Lake processors were more efficient and wouldn't sap as much power, but we are still capped at 16 gigs. Apple has claimed 20% better than the 2016 models. And to tell you the truth, in real life usage, I didn't see that, so I returned mine immediately. Wasn't worth the upgrade, as this guy from last year was already maxed out. But still, if you're looking to buy one this year, you're getting a quad-core i7, 16 gigs of RAM. You can grab one with 1 terabyte storage. You can upgrade to 2 terabytes for an extra $800, which is ridiculous. That will run you, not the 2 terabytes, just the 1 terabyte, $3,400. So $500 more than the 13-inch MacBook Pro. That is a lot of money for a laptop. And the biggest change to the 15-inch model, which really helps it whiz along with all of the apps that you're throwing at it, is of course the dedicated video card. We've got a Radeon Pro 560, 4 gigs of video RAM, and if you do need that power, if you do solely video editing, if you crush 4K, if you shoot on a Red, if you're recording 10-bit video, if you're color grading all day, and if you have any idea what I'm saying, probably the 15 inches for you. And if you have no idea what I just said, 13 inch should be sufficient. Trust me, 15 inches, 2 extra inches might not be worth it for you. Anyways, I hope this video helps solve some problems out there if you're on the fence between the 13 or 15 inch models. If you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button. We've got 5 more videos on deck. Trying to make my way through the backlog. I think we have 1 or 2 giveaways still going on in the channel. I will this time for sure leave them down here, up here. So make sure you sub to the channel and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next episodes or in one of my vlogs. Peace.